You know what I think is funny is that you're talking about those people that are visiting. They're obviously, the woman keeps looking over here.
You ready?
Yeah. Hi, this is Gloria Ferris of Meet the Bloggers. And in preparation for the June 5th Midtown Brews, I attended County Treasurer Jim Rackakis's talk at the City Club Forum. And it was about our the legislation to form a Cuyahoga County land bank to deal with some of the aftermath of our foreclosure crisis here in Cuyahoga County. Jim told us that we are no longer number one in the country. Las Vegas has now taken over that dubious place in the counting the ratings. And after thinking about what Jim talked about and posting to my blog about the newly created land bank, which will become legislation in the November when state legislature goes back into session in November, and it will be on the docket then, and they will consider it to make it law so that we can go there. I realize that we have an incredible opportunity to really turn our region around and do something that can transform not only our region, but as Jim says, be used as a model for the rest of the country to change the way we view cities. But I think there's one thing that we really need, I'm a bit concerned about. And I think that we need to define some terms that we use a lot, and that's real estate development and economic development. And while I was thinking about that, I kind of see that real estate development is maybe a bit nomadic. And let me explain why I feel that way. 2 weeks ago, I went to the City Planning Commission, and Norm Krumholtz brought up a point of concern of his, is moving the focal point of the city from Public Square kind of down the hill and into the east bank of the flats. And he says, are we truly progressing when we are constantly shifting the focal points of where our downtown is? The real estate developer at that point said that yes, that there would be this brand new city center, but yet Public Square would still be there and would have the advantage of not only being that point, but this extra point of the East Flats. And I thought about that, and I thought, that's kind of nomadic in nature. And if you think about the way Randall Park Mall has just now, it's completely closed, it's gone. When 30 years ago it was seen as the epicenter of what was all wonderful about enclosed malls. But now we have Crocker Park and Legacy Village. And they now, the new lifestyle centers, have become the way to go with real estate development as far as the real retail goes. So there's this constant shifting and moving from place to place with real estate development. So I think that when we think about this new project with the land bank, that maybe, as Jim kept mentioning, economic development, that is where we need to focus. And when you think about economic development, that's more about quality connected places. That there's, years ago, it was based around a steel mill. You could say the Tremont was that. The housing came with the mills, then the retail shops, other ancillary industries cropped up. And that's kind of like where we're at today with a new kind of economic development that's more knowledge-based. So the needs for that kind of community have changed, because you can really be anywhere and have an economic structure. You can work with people in California, you can work with people in India, but yet you need this sense of place. So I think as we go forward with this legislation and this land bank and the opportunities that it will afford local communities to actually recreate themselves in the 21st century, that we need to be very strategic, and we need to know what we want to be and who we are. That, I think, will make this opportunity transformative. I'm really excited about it. I think that we need to be very careful that it doesn't become the next real estate development arm of those kinds of developers, but instead becomes the basis of a community and a government and business working together to make a sticky place that will be a quality place to live, work, and play. I looked at Susan. I probably have a terrible look on my face.